I'm going to try to inject a cheery note.
Good.
Good.
There is a strain in modern progressivism, which their Bible would be E.F. Schumacher's Small is Beautiful, which is very oriented toward ecological concerns, which heavily emphasizes the local over the global, and which talks an enormous amount about community and building community and creating community and so forth, but which is very much part of the progressive universe and sees itself therefore in contradistinction between the conservative universe. Is there a possibility of a coalition here between the folks advocating the civil society and those progressives who are part of that strain, the Schumacher?
Well, you know, you've got one issue you have to deal with there is a huge sort of class divide, in the sense that the Schumacherian progressives who are living small and so forth tend, as you know, to be affluent people who can say, oh, well, I'm giving it all up. You know, I've saved enough money that I can live off of it the rest of my life, and I'm going to go back to the land. And, you know, coming from a family of farmers, you know, my grandpa in his bib overalls, you know, I know what it means to be working the land, and you know, it's real hard life and hard work. And this notion that I'll grow my 15 kinds of arugula or something. I mean, I'm not trying to mock it, but you know what I mean. There tends to be a sort of vanity aspect to it. I think that if those folks, those maybe influenced also by Wendell Berry, who's a very interesting guy, interesting thinker, you know, if they were really serious about what they're doing, they would want to reach out and maybe talk to some people who really do subsistence farming and who are always on the thin edge of economic disaster and so forth, and see if there's a way that, you know, there's some meeting of the minds and ways of life that are possible. But right now it's really such a tiny blip on the screen, tiny number of people, you know, who again are an elite of a certain sort, who can embrace that way of life and live it out. I don't want to mock it, but it's as a real alternative to the woes that we face. I'm not sure that that's it. Although it's okay to be cheerful. Well, it's all right.
There's one angle, which is that there's those who actually do it, and there's a much broader group who believe it.
Yes, yes.
But nonetheless, could you connect to those folks?
Sure.
Because they do have these beliefs in localism and community.
Yes.
And so forth.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.